After this video, you will make trades like this one right over here. From this one trade, I made $12,808. I'm gonna explain how I made the trade, how you can make the trade, how I do this almost every single day, and let's get into it. So the first thing we can talk about is gappers. This is the whole concept. This is the whole point of the video. It's to talk about gappers. This stock over here is a gapper. Literally every single stock I trade, whenever I trade them, is a gapper. I'm almost never trading a stock that's not a gapper. First, we need to explain what a gapper is. This is the same stock that was in the picture. Now, this you can see over here. The stock on the 8th of January, it closed at $1.51, and the next day it opened here at like $2.29. So there's this gap in the chart. That's why they're called gappers. Now, the reason this big gap happened was because this stock posted some news. I don't remember what it was, but they posted some random news. Because they posted news, the stock went up. That's exactly what a gapper is. And these stocks happen every single day. Even if I look at the stock screener today, you can see all of these stocks gapping up. So these things happen every single day. So step number one is to find volatility, right? What stocks will make us the most money? Well, the ones that are the most volatile. If you're trading a stock like Apple or Nvidia that's going up like 2% in a day, you're not going to make any money. You need to trade the stocks that are going up 100% in a day, 200% in a day. Because even if you capture a tiny percentage of that 200% move or 500% move, you're still going to make money. Imagine a stock goes up 100% in a day and you capture like a 10% move. You make 10%. That's pretty good. That's decent. Imagine you can do that every single day. You're going to make a lot of money. So we need to focus on volatile stocks. And how do we do this? It's very simple. We need to find the gappers. So go to TradingView or whatever thing you use, and go to the stock screener, and you want to set it up like this where it says gap percentage. Once you have this, you're ready to go. That's it. You found the gappers. These gappers are the most volatile stocks. Everybody in the stock market is looking at the exact same stocks. Everybody's trading the exact same stocks, and so they're gonna go up. Step number two is the watch list. Once we have all of these stocks on the scanner, we need to start watch listing. We can't trade every single stock. We're not going to trade more than one stock a day. We're only going to be trading one stock a day. So how do we watch list? How do we know which one of these stocks to trade? Now, the first thing is it needs to gap above 20%. So you can see the gap over here and you can see the exact percentage. Every one of these stocks that are below 20%, we're not even going to look at them. The reason we're not going to look at them is because they're not high enough for us to care. If a stock's gapping up like 4%, it's you can see it's not going to do anything. There really is not a lot of volume in any of these stocks. No one's trading it. If you look at the highest gappers, look how much volume there is. 72 million, 50 million, 41 million, 712 million. Am I reading that right? Yes, I am. 712 million. These are the stocks that everybody is buying, not the ones here at 4%. So that's the first thing. It needs to be above 20%. That's ticked off. Second thing we need to see is a small market cap and small float, right? So this one over here, VMAR, which was the one I traded, you can see if you go over here, you can see the market cap is 5 million, which is extremely low. And the float is 3.52 million, which again is extremely low. If you're trading stocks with like 400 million market cap, 300 billion float, they're not going to go anywhere. These tiny stocks with a couple of million of market cap, a couple of million shares float are the ones that are going to make moves. So as soon as you see a stock in the gap scanner, which has 1 billion shares, instantly you can just take it off the watch list. So that's how you make a watch list. Step number 3 is to enter. Once you identify the one stock that you want to trade based on support levels, based on volume, just based on the stuff that you like. Again, the stock shouldn't be gapping up like 5 billion% and going up. It should have a bit of a drawdown. That's what we see over here. We see that the stock doesn't keep going up. It has a bit of a drawdown. And we see the volume coming in. It's very basic stuff. Once you find the stock that you want to enter in, you want to enter on a drawdown. This is very important. You can see over here, it says enter on a drawdown, right? Make sure volume comes in on support and the stock has to have high opening volume in the first candle. So those 3 things we have to consider. So this stock, I didn't buy as soon as it opened. I bought on a drawdown. So the stock opened, it went down over here and then it went back up. You want to be buying ideally right over here. That's when you want to be buying. And a couple of reasons you want to be buying, other 2. The first thing is high opening volume. You can see on this stock, look at the volume on the first candle. It's massive. Compared to all of this, it's massive. We'd love to see that. And the third thing is, you would notice when you're trading the stock live, when this stock hit this area over here, like this low over here, the volume started jumping up and up and up and up. The reason volume started jumping at this level over here was because that's a support level. And on support levels, volume goes up. If you think you've identified a support level but there's no volume coming in, it's not a support level. That's what I noticed. I pressed the buy button and I entered. That's how simple your entries can be. Step 4 is to obviously sell the stock. Now there's 3 main reasons that I sell a stock. The first reason is VWAP resistance. So you can see this line over here I've added, the indicator is VWAP. That's how simple it is. If a stock is trying to go the VWAP and it's like it's really struggling to go above VWAP, it's trying, it keeps going down, it keeps going down, I'm probably gonna sell it. If a stock blasts through VWAP like this one does, you can see it has no problem going through VWAP, it closes above VWAP, that's good, that shows strength. If a stock is finding it a lot, like very difficult to go above VWAP, I'm gonna sell. Instantly, I'm gonna sell. So that's the thing that's very important. That's the first reason I'm gonna sell. Second reason I'd sell is, let's assume like this stock, it goes above VWAP. Where am I gonna sell now? The second place I'd sell is the pre-market high. You can see this like yellow box over here is all pre-market. And the highest point in pre-market, right over here, this 3.69 level, right? This is the pre-market high. So when this stock opens and it hits this 369 level, that's what I'm gonna sell. And you can see that's roughly where I sold. I actually got a very good price. I ended up selling a little higher than the pre-market high, which is always great. That's the second reason. Third reason I'd sell is, let's say it keeps going higher than the pre-market high and it goes higher and higher and higher. If a stock goes that high, the next place I'd sell is the next dollar or half dollar, right? These levels, they're just like psychological resistance. So if a stock's at like $3.83, the next psychological resistance is $4. If it's at like $4.28, next resistance is at $4.50. You see what I mean? So those are the 3 reasons that I would sell. And the last thing you need to keep in mind is, this is very important. You need to make sure that your wins are like double, triple, quadruple, like 5 times your losses. So essentially, if you're trading a stock and you enter, you should like realistically aim to make, let's say, 15 or 20% from that trade. You shouldn't be aiming to make 2 or 3 or 4% from that trade. And at the same time, you should be aiming to lose, if the stock ends up going down, you should be aiming to lose like max 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% max. You should never lose 20% in a stock, 15%, 28%. You should always keep your losses at a minimum and keep your wins as large as you possibly can. So on this stock over here, the max it went down for me was 6%. Right, you can see over here, it went down was 6%, and I ended up selling at 66%. Like, that's the difference you need to have. You can never have your losses set to like 20% and your gain to be 10%. Your losses need to be tiny, your wins need to be big. And the last thing, step 5, is to repeat and analyze every single day. That's the last step. You need to repeat this every single day. And you need to analyze every single trade you make, which is super important. Nobody talks about self-analysis. Nobody talks about analyzing and journaling and recording every single trade. You need to be doing this stuff. The reason I'm super good at this strategy is because I've analyzed every single trade. If you're in my community, you know I'd analyze every single trade. No matter if it's a win, it's a loss, it's a win, I analyze it. And it's annoying to do, but I have to do it because it teaches me like how to get better every single day. So some practical advice is, next time you make a trade, sit there and think, okay, why did I enter the trade? Was it because I was following my strategy? Was it because I was nervous? Was it because I was fidgety? Was it a mistake? Why did I enter the trade? Why did I end up selling the trade? Was it, again, because I was nervous? Was it because I had FOMO? Was it because I was whatever? You need to identify that. And the next thing should be, how can I improve? What are the things I can do to improve next time? Just follow this strategy and implement this analysis thing every single day, and I guarantee you will get better. And that's it. Now I'll show you some proof. So this is my community, the Draco Room. You can see inside that people are making so much goddamn money. This is the Wins channel. You can see every single day, somebody's making money. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that this is happening. Look, hundreds of dollars. This guy made $1,000, $139. What is this? 105, 70, 62, 41, 1,800. Every single day, somebody's making money. 1,000, 1,050, 2,800. And this right over here is the watchlist channel. On this channel right over here, I tell everybody exactly the stocks that I'm going to be watchlisting that specific day. I do the work for you. I look through the scanner for you. I watchlist them for you. I do all the work for you. You simply just have to watch the stocks that I put on the watchlist. It's that simple. I literally do all the work for you. Inside the community, you also get access to all of my trade reviews. So earlier when I mentioned after every single trade, I make a trade review, this is it. This is all the detailed videos where I go through every single trade that I made, how much money I made, the community wins, like literally you can see every single day I just make a video explaining my trade, my thought process, how much money I made, literally every single day. This is super valuable stuff. So if you guys want to join the community, email me right now to join. This is the email right over here. I am going to be closing the group soon to just focus on the members inside, so email me while you can and I'll try to get you a spot inside. If you guys want to watch a video where I explain exactly how I find explosive trades every single day, click the video that just popped up over here. It goes through the strategy in a bit more depth, it goes through some examples, etc. It's a very good video, go check that out. And as always guys, subscribe, like, comment, all the good stuff. Thank you for making it to the end, I appreciate it. See you guys in the next video.